channel. Today I am coming to you about my week recovery. I had surgery on December 28th, 2016. Today is Wednesday, January 4th, 2017. As for filming for surgery, I did not film because the process was dreadful. I guess I could do another video on that, but right now I just want to come to you guys about my recovery. Upon leaving the hospital, honestly, I don't remember much. They had me under a lot of stuff. To start, I will tell you a little bit about the process. After taking me back, taking all my piercings out, getting me in my gown, getting my IV ready, they took me through a questionnaire asking me about pregnancy, allergies to medication, the general spiel that they usually go through anytime you're at the doctor's office. So they asked me all of those questions, they got me through it, and I waited. And then after waiting for quite some time, I'll tell you about that, I spoke to the doctor. We spoke about the type of autograft I wanted. There are 4 types of grafts you can get. One of them would be from a cadaver, so it would be a graft from a dead person. The other 3 would be an autograft, meaning they take the tendon from you, a different body part, and they use it to replace whatever ligament needs to be replaced. For me, it was my ACL and my MCL that needed repairing. As for my ACL, we knew that I had tore it completely, but for my MCL, we were unsure. And so we talked about grafts, and the best one that worked for me, because I am a volleyball player and a dancer, it would be my hamstring. I used my quad and my patella, my kneecap, very much. So both me and the surgeon had discussed like the best graft for me would be the hamstring. So I don't remember much after being released from the hospital. I remember my mom dropping Rashad off and saying goodbye, I love you, and all that stuff. Shit, sorry. And let me put this on silent. I remember that, but after that I really don't remember anything. Like I think I fell asleep. I don't know how I got in the house. I remember setting the couch up. I don't remember anything else though. Excuse me. Trying to think. So surgery, of course, went through surgery, whatever. And then as for coming home, the first 3 days I slept, actually 4 days, I slept downstairs because we have a 2-story home, and the stairs scared me so much. My biggest fear still now is falling. I watched YouTube videos on how I should, excuse me, correcting my leg, on how I should go up and down the stairs, and all I remember is the phrase that they used would be like, up with the good, down with the bad. So like each time I would go up the steps, I would use my good leg while leaning on my crutches to support the operative leg. But anyway, that was a little side note. The first 3 days, what I had to do was elevate it, and I had to ice it. I don't believe I was supposed to ice it consistently, but I had to ice it very often. I also was prescribed hydrocodone or Tylenol 3 for pain. It does cause drowsiness, so I was not able to drive. And then I also was recommended to take aspirin, 325 milligrams of aspirin, just to prevent any blood clotting or anything in that matter. As for the ice pack, it's right here. This is what it looks like. So it's all stuck together. It is a knee brace like thing, and it does come with like these velcro straps that you would hook here, and this white part connects to like my cooler is really far. It connects to this cooler, you see. So this is the part that connects to it, and then the water and ice go in here. And so I actually had to wear it like a knee brace and ice my leg for some time. After 3 days, I was able to take my band-aids off, like the little wrap that they put it in, and the cotton and gauze that was on the stitches or whatever. I was able to take those off, clean them with warm water, and make sure they're dry afterwards. I was not able to bathe or shower. I'm still not able to bathe. I can shower. But they don't want you to soak your sutures. They don't want them to be wet and or anything of that matter. So after cleaning them, I really did have to pat them down and make sure that they were dry. As for cleansing myself, I would take sponge baths. So like I would fill the sink with water, get some soap and my loofah and just scrub myself down, drain the water, refill it up and rinse off. And of course dry off, and then you're good to go. It can be time consuming, I will say that, and it's dreadful, but it's what I had to do. And then other things, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I should have made notes, but oh, as for walking, for the first 4 weeks, I'm only supposed to put weight on the ball of my foot and my toes. Just simply because, you know, my leg can't hold all that weight yet. I've noticed though I've progressed quite a bit because I've actually been able to walk, you know, heel toe now with my brace and crutches on. Using my crutches and with my brace on. But yeah, I've noticed, oh my god, they itch. The first few days were fine. They didn't itch. But like after that, once you get into like the 3rd or 4th, oh my god, it drives you crazy because you're just like, oh, there's an itch. I can't scratch it because I don't want to, of course, mess up my sutures or anything like that. And you're just like, oh, you want to kill yourself. It's absolutely the worst. As for pain for the first few days, I was under, of course, anesthetics, excuse me, right? Anesthetics? I don't know. They put me to sleep. And I also had a nerve block. So the nerve block was injected a few inches below my hip, and it was funny because when the anesthesiologist actually inserted the needle, my leg started twitching like crazy. He's like, oh, I think we're a little too far, and so he moved it and injected it. But yes, I have a nerve block. As for the nerve block, there are different types of nerve blocks. So if I would have gotten a quad graft, I would have only needed the one nerve block, the nerve block that he gave me. But because I had switched to get a hamstring graft, sorry I'm looking that way. My camera doesn't have like a screen, so I have a mirror down here to help me see, make sure, you know, the camera's in focus and still recording. So forgive me if I'm looking over there. But since I did a hamstring graft, I was actually supposed to get a nerve block in the front of my thigh and my lower back, but I only got the one in front of my thigh because we initially were going to do a quad until I discussed it with my doctor. So yeah, but that was just funny to me. I'm still kind of tingly and numb today on my upper thigh. And then as for my knee area, right where my knee ends and my shin begins, is numb on my left leg. And then below that, I can actually feel, I'm feeling on it right now. Below that, I can actually feel some of the bruising. There will be bruising. I have very light bleeding. There's not much bleeding unless I bumped it or I like rubbed it against something, even with the band-aids on. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to go through the things that I would want to know. Pain, I didn't get to that. I'm so sorry, I did skip that. Like I said, the first few days are good because you still have the nerve block hasn't worn off, you know, you're still kind of drowsy from the anesthesia. I keep calling it anesthesia. I'm thinking eyebrows, forgive me. You know what I mean, the medicine. And so, still kind of loopy and drowsy from that. So the first few days I was fine. It wasn't until, I would say the 3rd day was worse. I had like a very bad ache. I would say the ache was around like a 5 or 6, and then after that it was very mild, like 3 or 4 from that day on. So I didn't really take pain medicine too often. It's like having a headache in your knee, like just a mild regular headache, not a migraine, just a headache in your knee. I have 5 incisions. If this were to be my knee, there's 3 going across my actual kneecap, and then there's 1 down my shin, and then I have 1 on the side of my thigh. I know this is weird for my knee, but I have 1 like on the side of my thigh for the graft that they took. So yeah, I have 5 in total. Usually people, I think, only have less because they only have their ACL, but of course I had my ACL and my MCL. So yeah. What else? Oh, where are those papers? Man, I'm all over the place, forgive me. So, what I left the hospital with, some papers that I left the hospital with, I left with a work little note so that I can let my employers know that I won't be coming into work, and I can't work until February. And then I also left with pictures. These are cool to me. Pictures of my actual ACL. Like, you can see the tears right here. These are really cool. They're gross. Really cool. And then these are even worse. You can see all the nastiness happening. But anyway, I thought these were really cool that they gave me this. Terrible. But I think it's cool. You can see them like scraping off the I'm like, They gave me instructions on how to use my cooler and my knee brace, my IC knee brace. And then they gave me discharge instructions. These are very important because they let me know when my next appointment is, which is on the 11th. That's 2 weeks after surgery. It's literally a week from today. And what they'll be doing is removing my sutures. They'll be telling me how well I'm recovering and things like that. See, it says patient to leave bandages in place for 3 days. Bandages may be removed and replaced with band-aids. Patient may shower in 3 days. Do not use bathtub or jacuzzi. Keep wound dry and covered. And then elevate extremity as much as possible. I always elevate it even before bed. I elevate it when I'm resting in bed. Anytime that I'm not doing anything, I'm elevating my leg. Even at school, like I had to run some errands at school because I'm not taking classes this semester, so I can rest and recover. But since I'm not taking classes, I went up there for some paperwork for work, and I actually elevated my leg there. We had recliners. I was like, let me go ahead. So I did do that. I did have to take the medicine as needed. It also says follow the directions. So he told me before leaving, like, if I feel that it's wearing off, I can take another one, but be sure that I am not operating anything, you know, I'm resting, I'm at home, and that I don't take over 6 in a day. See, it says that I can toe touch, weight bearing on crutches for 4 weeks, and then on 2 weeks I can do weight bearing on my full foot. Sorry, I keep looking down. It's the mirror right there. I can't do any physical activity for 12 weeks. No squatting or pivoting for 4 months. And then it says do not drive until you stop using the prescriptions. I actually drove yesterday. I went to school. I don't use it as regularly, so it's very, like, I used some last night. I'll explain why in a bit, but it's very rare that I go with using it because, like I said, it's just a dull pain. It's really, really low now. You will see a lot of swelling. My hand swells up, especially when I'm walking around or when I'm out and about. And then when I elevate it, it's not too much bigger than my other knee, my right knee. So it just varies depending on the activities you're doing, but you should expect to see swelling. You know, you just had surgery. So I do ice it often too, of course. Make sure that the swelling goes down, make sure that it's elevated, rested, so that, and recovering well so that I can use it. But yeah, I used it last night because I accidentally actually straightened my leg completely. And as for the MCL, it's very tense. You will feel a lot of tension. It feels like two very, well, if you're just getting your ACL, it's going to feel like one going down your shin. And that's fine, you know, that's not actually that bad. But as for my MCL, it's going down the inner side of my knee. So the tension was so tight. And so when I straightened it, of course, that tension stretched. And I was like, oh, I cried. It hurt so bad. So I elevated it, I iced it, and it took me some medication, and I tried to go to sleep. Sadly, I did not sleep well. But it's like, what time is it? It's 2:30 and it's 2:24, but I woke up like around 11 something because I ended up going to sleep around 5 because I could not sleep for the dear death of me. So yeah, but they do give you like instructions. They give me a nurse, a 24-hour nurse line to call, a 5 to 9 nurse line to call, and then I can email or call my doctor if necessary, if I want to see him in advance, if I feel like I'm having some complications. I was actually thinking about calling to make sure, to see if they can check up on my knee, make sure I didn't do anything damaging when straightening it. I doubt it, because it feels fine. It doesn't feel like it did before, like with a tear or rip or whatever, so it still feels like it's intact, but of course you always want to be sure. So yeah, anything else? I'm trying to think. See, this is something I did not obey, which is really, really bad. But it says you must walk with assistance until the medicine wears off. I didn't do that. Okay, Mom, I'm gonna come. I'm coming, but I didn't. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I gotta get my crutches and stuff. I'm coming. But yeah, that is something I did not do. But that is all I have for you for this video, and I will give you a story time about my tragedy of a long wait from being at the hospital from literally 9 to 5. So I will see you again. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.